Hi guys, okay, so welcome back to my channel. Alright, so I'm the Addicted Bookworm, where my addictions all over the internet. On this channel, do book hauls, book reviews, and so much more. So this is the book I've chosen to read first, Written in Blood by Annie Bishop. So there's about 31 chapters in this book. I checked it out myself. So my goal is to read at least 10 chapters a day. When I am doing, like, for my break, I definitely will be able to do that very well. So like I said, my goal is to read 10 chapters a day. So I'll get done with this book in about 3 days. Well, yeah, about 3 days. And if I like it, when I go back to the library next week to return whatever books I have checked out, I will go ahead and get book 2. I don't know if they have all the books in this series, but I really do hope they do, because if I'm really getting into the series, I definitely want to read them all. They do have the Bone Shard Emperor in the library, which is great. So definitely, definitely another book that I definitely want to check out. And as much as I have said that I'm on a fantasy book buying ban, I did not say that I was banning the borrowing of fantasy books from the library. It's just that when I went over there, there was a lot of, like, romantasy books that I just absolutely just did not like. I just, like, it was a beautiful cover, but the moment that it had, like, trigger warnings on it, I was like, no, 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 I don't want my fantasy books to have trigger warnings on them. So I put this one book back. I was like, no, I am not reading a book with trigger warnings in it. Absolutely not. Fantasy worlds are supposed to escapism, not remind you of the real world. That's why we read books, to escape the real world, not to be reminded of the real world. Alright, so we'll see what happens. For people that don't know what this book is essentially about, it is basically about a world in which there are humans that live in these little, like, some, scattered cities, but most of it is basically, things like vampires and other entities that prey on them. And you have this girl who can access her visions by, if she's cut, which is a little odd in itself. But she escapes and she goes to this one place. So I'll see how I like it, and hopefully I will enjoy the book. Hopefully I will enjoy the book. You never know these days. So anyways, as I said, when I get to the halfway point, I will do a halfway review, and then my second review will be the full review. Alright, I will see you guys around.